Now, I was really excited for this one. I can't lie. The Raid Redemption and The Raid 2 are probably two of the best action movies ever made. Like, unbelievable movies. When you hear the name Gareth Evans, who directed those movies, as well as this, and then Tom Hardy and Netflix, you got that Netflix money, you got all these things combined together, your expectations are sky high. Naturally. But does Havoc actually deliver anything close to that? Let's talk about it. Listen, I barely had any clue what was happening in this movie at any given time, but loosely, this is about a drug deal that goes horribly wrong, and we follow Tom Hardy, this like broken and bruised detective, and
dirty cop.
He's a dirty cop, and he works for a dirty politician doing some dirty stuff. And the politician's son was caught up in this drug deal gone wrong, and Tom Hardy is tasked with tracking down and finding his son before a group of triads do.
This movie was so fucking terrible. This movie actually pissed me off from the beginning with this low budget ass car CGI. It's got to be the worst that I've seen in a while. What was the budget on this movie? There's just no way that they thought this was okay. I almost cut this movie off multiple times. Really? I don't know how I made it through.
Really?
Yes. Every car scene was so bad, I almost couldn't take it. The dialogue was terrible. It was like bad video game NPC dialogue. This was like complete AI generic slop. Like, we talk about AI shit a lot, but this actually feels like it was written by AI.
No, this was 100% written by AI.
It's like
for sure.
They asked AI, what's the most popular type of villains in a... Oh, triads. What scene or what setting is the most popular? Oh, cyberpunk futuristic city.
Gritty city with...
Yeah.
Yeah. How do I make it look more gritty? I had the film grain filter in Premiere Pro.
Dude, it was so bad. Oh my God.
And
they didn't even have real sets. Like, they walked out, I was like, oh, this guy's clearly just walking on a green screen. You guys didn't even try to...
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? This was terrible.
This movie was fucking ridiculous. I had like Joel Schumacher Batman vibes, like Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, which are your two favorite movies, but it definitely felt that way.
Oh my God.
The way the city was like overly stylized.
Yeah.
And like, because you're talking about the city. I actually thought the city aesthetic was pretty cool, but it wasn't exactly like futuristic, but it wasn't exactly modern day. It almost had like RoboCop vibes. Most of it was like done with like CGI to a point where it's like cartoonish.
I'm like, they chased the guy for like a couple seconds, and I'm like, you guys really CGI'd that too? Yeah. Like, why was every car scene CGI? That's just lazy.
The car chase in the beginning was like cartoonish CGI. It looked like
it was so bad.
It looked like a bad cutscene in a video game. Like, the movie was just overly reliant on CGI. Had a ton of digital backdrops and enhancements.
Oh my God.
I was truly stunned. And then there are scenes where it's not CGI, and the contrast is like stark. Like, it's almost like you're watching a different movie. And they used this film grain filter for a lot of the scenes to make it like gritty. After him investigating that crime scene at the Triad headquarters or whatever, it cuts to daytime, and like the grain is gone. It looks like a different movie. So it actually
jarring, bro.
It actually a lot of times felt like this movie was like edited by like 25 different people whom all hadn't seen the other edits that they were working off of. Like, they were given their own like section of the movie to edit however they wanted, and then they slapped it all together. So this is an action movie. I mean, it lives up to its name, Havoc. This movie is just nothing but just hyper visualized gore and violence.
At least they got some of that. Yeah, it was just insane.
It's like super gore. It's not even like John Wick level violence. Like, it's like it's like that ramped up to like 1,000,000, and gory as shit. Like, it's really fucking gory.
And it wasn't the same gun fu type shit as John Wick, because I think I saw maybe 3 people reload with thousands of rounds being fired in this fucking movie.
Everybody had just automatic. I mean, had infinite ammo. They typed in the infinite ammo code. I initially laughed in the hallway chase with the older guy where he's just like never reloading with his Uzi.
Yes.
Oh, the chick. I'm sorry, with the hood.
The chick, that was the most egregious one.
Her hoodie.
She shot from inside the hallway to outside in the car. She's still shooting. I'm like, dude, this is like, you got like 50 rounds max or
Didn't
some
run
shit.
out of
Like,
ammo.
what the, just, I don't understand.
And then it got worse though when the uncle guy was using his automatic pistol, like a Glock, I guess.
Yeah.
With not an extended mag, like you could see, and he's just like never reloading. Nobody reloads in this movie. I don't know what this movie was trying to be. Like, I thought for a while, and I still kind of think that it wanted to be like 1980s, like John Woo movie, like Hard Boiled. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I'd imagine you haven't.
I don't think so.
But John Woo in the 80s, and specifically Hard Boiled, was like famous for these types of movies of just like shoot 'em up style, like kung fu blend with like guns and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like this was kind of going for that, but like just totally didn't nail it at all. This movie's also fucking slow. This is an hour and 47-minute movie, like to the end of the credits. I clocked it. The action in this movie does not start until 55 minutes into the movie.
That's crazy.
There's a little bit of action, like him like beating guys up a little bit, like hitting heads and being a tough guy and being like, tell me where this guy is. But the actual action doesn't start until 55 minutes into the movie, which is at the club.
Oh, yeah.
And when they're in the club, Marvin, I don't know what the happened, but like every motherfucker in this movie knows Kung Fu. Everybody.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy's flipping people and dodging fucking knives and doing all sorts of shit. This
random chick,
teenage girl is fucking doing
chopping
Kung
people
Fu.
up with machetes.
She's chopping people up with a fucking meat cleaver.
Meat cleavers, yeah.
Like, where did any of this skill come from? I thought motherfuckers on the dance floor were going to start fighting. Like, everybody knew Kung Fu. Holy shit.
The plot was not good.
Non-existent.
It was terrible. Before she even found out that she was betrayed, she's connecting with this guy that she thinks killed her son.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
For this lady that...
We get like this bit of exposition from Tom Hardy's ex on the phone where she's like, I lost the person I love over a year ago, and then he just disappeared about 6 months ago, to just firmly set up like the fact that like why Tom Hardy's not in her life anymore.
Yes, yeah.
And he's like kind of like a shitty dad, but he doesn't make a lot of money. He tells us that he doesn't make a lot of money and had to do something.
Legit money.
He had to take some dirty money to pay off her mortgage, and she didn't like that very much. And we learn all of that in some very explicit dialogue. Basically, the way you and I are discussing it is how the movie tells it to us.
Yeah.
We don't really know what that thing is that he did until later on. And it turns out that he did some vague, ambiguous thing with these other detectives, including Timothy Oliphant, where they were like someplace at like a factory robbing or something.
Robbing the drug dealers, essentially.
Yeah, and they accidentally kill a cop who was like sneaking into like, he was an undercover cop sneaking into like wire the joint up. And they cover it up, and Tom Hardy like puts the body in like a barrel and dumps it in his lake or some shit.
Yeah.
And so that's like the big thing. Now, don't ask me how, because the movie doesn't fucking tell you, but apparently Forrest Whitaker, who's the mayor, gets wind of this at some point off screen.
He just knows.
At some point in time. He just knows. And
he
now
spawned in knowing.
He's spawned in knowing.
Up NPC.
And now Tom Hardy is like indebted to him. So Tom Hardy is doing this guy's bidding because he just has this like mysterious. He just knows. He just knows. That's it. He just knows. So Tom Hardy has to work for this guy. And this getting his son back, he's like, this is the last thing I'll do for you. That's it. And like the whole police force like doesn't like Tom Hardy because of it, or because he works for this guy.
Yeah.
Except for this one chick who was assigned to him, this new rookie cop who's like his partner or whatever. She just speaks perfect Chinese at the end of the movie.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I thought she was Spanish. I didn't even know she was Chinese.
I thought she was Hispanic too.
Maybe that's me. I don't know. This movie was crazy. There was some cool stuff. There was like some of the fight choreography was cool and fun and stuff, but it was like overly gory.
It was. They were shooting people ridiculous amounts.
I know that I'm a horror movie guy and I don't mind some gore here and there, but not to sound like a bitch, but I think I really lost my appetite for movies like this, or this one just took it a little too far. Like Like literally, we're talking about people have infinite ammo. Well, they took that infinite ammo, and there's parts where they just unload on people, like close range, like like never let off the trigger, and these guys are just doing the whole like
yeah. It was so funny
for
bro.
like 5 minutes straight. This felt like a parody of action movies, like that's how cartoonish it was with the way people were dying and getting shot. Crazy up close, point blank shotgun blast to the head.
Yeah,
like several times throughout. It wasn't just like a one-off thing. Like like it happened many times. The amount of people that died in this movie is unbelievable. No less than 1,000 people died in this movie.
Yeah.
And especially the cabin scene at the end, there are just endless waves and waves of Chinese triads just dying over and over and over and over and over. It was unbelievable. Yep. I've never seen anything like this before.
It really did feel like a parody. I don't know what the goal was, but
yeah,
they should have just leaned into it, just fully committed.
And so the one thing this movie did well that made me laugh, because at the end of the movie, so the movie starts at the beginning. I told you it established that he's like a not really great dad and does shady shit. The beginning of the movie, it's Christmas, by the way. He's buying like bodega toys for his daughter for Christmas.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, he gets kind of shot up and he's like sitting on this train track. You don't know if he's going to die or what. And this partner, the fake Chinese partner, was like, don't worry, I'll make sure she gets it. And he's like, gets what? She's like, her Christmas gift. And he's like, nah, I don't want to ruin Christmas. And then the camera just like slow pans into his face for like 30 seconds of him just like staring off into the void.
Oh my God. Oh, I didn't even talk about the million slowed down death scenes that they got from Zack Snyder. That was so bad. Why?
Hey, listen.
It was longer than Zack Snyder's slow-mos. I was like, I can't believe it. You guys outdid Zack Snyder. That's impressive. And they kept doing it. They just kept doing it. I was like, okay, they're going to do it once. That's cool. One little slow-mo.
Gareth Evans, this is, I don't think, indicative of his previous works. I'm disappointed, but I guess that serves me right for having the audacity to be excited for anything in this life anymore. CGI, AI-driven bullshit, a bad video game cutscenes, like explosions look like GIFs from 1995, like websites.
Yeah.
It just feels so unpolished and just, I don't know, like 90 million, like where'd the budget go?
There's some big names.
Did Tom Hardy
half probably went to the cast.
Tom Hardy made $85 million and the rest of it went to the CGI.
Oh, shit.
In simpler times, this would have been what the kids used to call a straight to DVD movie, Marvin.
Oh, yeah.
You'd see it at Blockbuster and be like, what the fuck? What is this? All right, I'll check it out. And it's a movie that you watch with your friends and laugh and fuck around and you know, maybe make out with a girl or something at a party, you know, when you watch
Don't even pay attention.
In the dark, you kiss or like hold hands or some shit. This is that kind of movie.
You're not going to miss anything.
No. And
trust me.
But that's
you
why
can walk away for 10 minutes and you'll still know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their friend, just remember, their friend gets shot up in the hospital and I just could not care less.
Oh, yeah.
Literally could not care less.
I thought that too.
It's like the meme, like, well, anyways, like.
Well, no, for like a second, you're.
And his wife gets murdered in cold blood. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Well, dude, what's next?
For like a second, they set it up because, like, you know, you have like a slight bit of like thrill to it because the cops got to show up. She's there trying to get to the floor before this guy does, but it's just like he walked by. He's like, and she's like, oh, he's dead. And then the wife comes and she's just like.
She peeks around the corner.
All right, she's dead. Like, didn't give a.
That was so funny, bro. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's got a 5.9 on IMDb. Marvin, what you got?
It's definitely like a 4 or 5, maybe a 4. It's down there.
Yeah, I'd give this like a. I guess I'd give it a 4. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely around there, bro.
Only because like I thought some of the choreography and stuff was like kind of entertaining a little bit.
There was some thought in there a little bit with that, but
bro, when she busted out that meat cleaver, and I was just like, oh, she knows karate. Okay, like,
yeah,
she's like dodging and bending her back and doing all this
counterattacking and shit.
Counterattack, parrying and
trained triad soldiers are just getting destroyed.
They killed all of China for this movie. Like every person in China.
They don't have a gang out of this. The gang is done.
The triads are done. They're over.